incredible. To the waterfall, the famous Marina Bay sand.
There's top-notch.
Oh, this is going the other way. The Art Science Museum, and obviously the iconic Marina Bay sands. Welcome to Singapore.
Today we're going to be exploring the Marina Bay area.
We are now at Gardens by the Bay, if you can see behind me. Today is actually our second day in Singapore. Yesterday we went to Universal Studios, which was amazing. So if you want to see that, check out our previous video. Today we are in the Marina Bay area and we're going to be exploring all the attractions here. So we are exploring the Gardens by the Bay area and we're gonna check out the Cloud Dome first, I think, and that's closest to us. And then we're gonna maybe go on the Singapore Flyer, which is this massive Ferris wheel, and we're just gonna explore the whole area. We're gonna take it as it comes, but during the video we're gonna give you our first impressions of Singapore and tell you what we think about Singapore and give you some tips, some travel tips that we figured out on the way. So stick around till the end of the video if you want to see all of that, and let's get going.
First thing that we can tell you about Singapore is that it's really hot.
Like really hot.
And it's a humid climate as well, so it literally can knock you out. We're kind of grateful for being in the shade. It does help, but don't think if it's a cloudy day it's going to be any better.
No, it's so humid. I think
so
you can
humid.
see how I'm sweating, and we've literally been walking for 5 minutes. It's just so hot. But yeah, come prepared. Don't wear long pants, please. Like, it's super hot.
And wear sunblock.
Wear sunblock and carry water with you because it gets really humid and sweaty. Okay, so here's a map of Gardens by the Bay. We are here. We want to go to the cloud forest. There's a flower dome, which I don't think we want to see that. And then if you see here, this is the famous super tree grove, which you see online with those like man-made massive trees. And there's a light show in the evening, so stick around because we're going to check that out as well. And then all of this is still the park of Gardens by the Bay, and all of this is free. The super tree grove, to go up, I think there's on an observation deck where you have to pay, but just walking around the park is all free. Obviously the cloud forest and flower dome you'll have to pay for. So we're gonna go and get some tickets and check that out. So we figured out that you can buy tickets online, otherwise you're gonna be standing in a queue there. It says wait time 30 minutes, but it seems to be moving fast. But if you want to save some time, then just book online. And the tickets are not cheap. We just took the cloud forest. You can take a package with the floral fantasy as well, and the tickets were $53 each. So
Yikes.
yeah, it's Singapore, but I heard this is amazing, and it has one of the world's tallest indoor waterfalls. So I'm excited to see it, and let's check it out. Seems like there's an avatar experience happening in the flower dome, so I wonder what's that about. As you come down these stairs, you can already feel it's way cooler, and you can smell it. It smells like you're in a florist. It just smells of flowers, and it's super cool. Hello.
Hi. Next one? Okay, thank you.
Thank you. It's so cold, like as you walk in. Wow. Oh wow. Whoa. Wow, that is incredible. As you walk closer, it's like you can feel the spray of the water. Wow, it's amazing. as you walk along the waterfall, you like get sprayed. Let's see what Lauren thinks of this cloud forest.
So far, so good. It's got like animal noises as well to add to the effect, which is quite cool. It feels Jurassic Parky.
Yeah, it feels like you're in a rainforest.
Literally.
And then we got this little like avatar creatures. There's an avatar experience exhibition, so see some of the fruit there, and there's like lots of plants. It's like a proper rainforest. There's some more avatar. The viper wolf. And then you see the trees shaking. That's cool. Wow, this place is incredible. Just look at how big it is. It's massive. This place is really cool. And we can see some more avatar. That's cool. Everything else in here is real plants, besides the avatar stuff, obviously. Hey, what is this? Avatarize yourself. Oh god. Okay. This is gonna be weird, but let's see. Viewer discretion is advised. I don't know what we're gonna look like, but we're gonna try. So these are orchids from Machu Picchu. That's cool. I've read that there's over 7,000 plants in here. Oh wow, they've got like a whole Machu Picchu exhibition. This is definitely on our travel bucket list. This is Machu Picchu. That's pretty cool. So I think the forest around here is plants that you will find in Machu Picchu. Okay, so he's told us we have to share one. So let's see what it's gonna make us look like.
Ooh, gorgeous.
It's just my eyes. Lauren got the whole makeover. Yeah, that wasn't very flattering.
Oh, you only got eyes. I got ears and some face.
Hey, that was cool. I see there's a skywalk up there. I'm not sure if you have to pay extra to get there, or it looks like it's accessible to anyone. Let's just go and check that out. It'll be pretty cool to see it from up high. I think the tallest point is 7 stories. Okay, I don't know what this fire pod is. Play with your own shadow through a series of interactive movements. I'm not sure what that is about, but we shall go and check it out. Oh, it made you like
Check the tail.
Put your hands up. That's cool. It gives you like a tail. Okay, so I think I found lifts to go up there. think that's gonna be cool.
Yeah. Lost world.
Okay, yeah. That's to Lost World. Wow, this is the back of the waterfall. I don't know if you can see. Thank you. The cloud forest, the pool. Didn't know there's so many levels. Okay, so we are now on the
Yeah.
sixth floor. And this is the back of the waterfall. Look down. Wow. That's cool. And here you can see through the waterfall the famous Marina Bay sand. That's so epic. I think this is the way to the walkway right at the top. Oh wow, and there you can see the super tree grove in the distance. And the famous Marina Bay sands. Wow, it's actually quite an amazing view from up here. But let's see what it looks like once we get to the top. Wow, look at this view. Wow, that is stunning. This is where I was wanting to come all this time, to the cloud walk. Guys, the cloud walk is really, don't miss it because we didn't even know it was here when we got here. And there's really stunning views to be had from here. So we are 7 stories up at the moment. It's quite high. So if you're afraid of heights, just don't look down because it's pretty scary. This cloud walk is definitely the highlight for me of this place.
So we've got the view of all the flowers, but if you look on the other side, it's got the whole bay and the Ferris wheel and the buildings. Oh, it's just like a beautiful setting.
Yeah, so we want to head there later today. But this cloud forest is really cool. More of the Avatar exhibition down there. I see there's a baby one here.
So being in all this greenery, if you come to Singapore, you'll notice that the city streets, there are trees and plants everywhere. It's so green. It actually looks so beautiful with like a concrete jungle, but there's still greenery around. So they've actually made it, I think it's a law that for every building that's constructed, the floor space area, you'll need to put that amount of greenery and trees into your building. So you'll actually see the buildings have trees on the top as well as on all the floors, which I think just gives it such a beautiful environment. It's really lovely.
Wow, this is cool. So we have just finished the cloud forest.
On the pricey side, but I would definitely say come and see it, even if you're not going to do the flower garden.
Yeah.
It's like incredible.
It's really amazing, and it's one of a kind, so you don't really get a replica of this anywhere else in the world. We've been to Miracle Gardens in Dubai, which is like the biggest flower park in the world, and we've seen that, and we are not huge fans of flowers, so we're gonna give the Flower Dome a skip. But
all in all,
Cloud Dome
this was really nice, and it has the themes on the different levels, and with the avatar.
Yeah, the avatar
so
really made it quite.
Yeah, it's not
cooler.
just like plants and.
Yeah. And if you coming during midday, it's ideal to be in the cloud forest because it's so cool in there. As soon as you step out, you just feel that thick air hit you.
Yeah,
so
really nice.
If you're around Gardens by the Bay and it's really hot and you can't take it, go to the Cloud Dome, and you're gonna need an hour and a half there, maybe 2. As it just depends of how long you want to stay. But there's amazing pictures to be taken in there, and just a really amazing experience. Okay, now let's get on to the next thing. But these big ass fans are literally called big ass fans. Okay, thank you. Okay, so it's super hot and they have a shuttle service which takes you to a few venues, one of it being the train station. So we're gonna try the MRT in Singapore today and we'll let you know how easy that is. And then we're heading to the Singapore Flyer.
On board your chariot.
The shuttle is $3 each and it's a two-way, so I don't know if we're gonna use it again, but it's just $3 each for two people. Actually glad we did that.
It was worth not walking in the sun.
Yeah, and it was quite slow, so we got to see everything as well.
Yeah.
So now we're walking to the MRT station. It's our first time using the Singapore MRT, so let's see how confusing or easy it is. The one nice thing about Singapore as well is these walkways, public walkways which are covered. So it really helps because I promise you the shade and in the sun is two very different climates here in Singapore. So I like that things are covered. Yesterday at Universal Studios, like some of the walkways were covered as well, so that does help a lot. So I've just Googled and it says that we need to take the downtown line and get to the promenade. If I'm not mistaken, we can use our bank cards to get in and out of the MRT. We don't need to buy a card. I think it does charge you slightly more, but we don't want to buy a card because I don't think we're going to be using the MRT again. We just want to basically try it out. So let's see how it goes. Wow, that's super easy. That was super easy. You just basically use your Apple Pay, or you can even swipe your debit or credit card. Okay, that was easy enough.
Oh,
now
I'm impressed.
let's find the train that we're supposed to go on. What's your first impressions of the MRT?
Very well. We don't have public transport that works from where we come from, so I'm very impressed.
Yeah, it's very clean as well. It looks quite busy though. I think it's lunchtime. Okay, I think it's this one. We need to get out at...
Downtown?
No, we need to get out at Promenade.
There's Promenade.
Oh.
Which way is it going?
Oh, this is going the other way. Okay, so this line is here and we need to go to Promenade, but it goes all the way here and Promenade is one before, so I think there's another platform we need to go on. Just double checked and it says we need to take the Bukit Panjang, so this is one more down, so let's hope that that's the one. Still super impressed with how clean it is here, and it's actually quiet. People are respectful. It was just our fault. It's really not confusing. I would say that the signage is very clear and yeah, it's very easy to get around, especially with the card where you don't have to buy a card. That's really nice.
Harbourfront bound train at either Promenade.
We're just getting off at the next stop. Okay, so
Easy. First
very
stop.
easy.
We just jumped off.
Yeah, and it's air conditioned inside, so it's really cool. Yeah, that was easy enough. I'm not sure how much the ride costs because we just scanned it on our Apple Pay. But once I know and I see the charge come up, I'll leave it down below and let you know how much it is. I'm guessing it's going to be about $2. I'm not sure. Let's see. And we were looking at a map of the lines in Singapore, and it seems like it's quite an elaborate MRT system. It goes to most parts of the city, which is really nice. So we want to go to the Singapore Flyer, so that's this way. Traffic is quite respectful. They'll stop for you at a pedestrian crossing, not like some countries where the crossing is just a suggestion. So that's where we want to get to. How we get there is another thing. This is what we were saying about greenery, like even on the bridges, if you can see there, those are plants on the bridges. It's so nice. I don't know if these are from the F1, which just happened last month. I think this might be part of the street circuit, and they're yet to take down the barricades. Look at this, guys, on the bridge. They've got greenery. I've never seen that in any other country. You normally just see graffiti on these bridges. I have seen this vending machine before. It's freshly squeezed oranges. How cool is that? It's like there's legit oranges in there, and it will make it for you. $3. Oh, yeah, damn. Okay. I hope it's cold, because I do want to try it.
This tapping thing.
I love how
This
everything
tapping thing is awesome.
everything is like cashless here.
Check it, check it.
Oh wow. Okay, so there's your cup. Oh wow, it's juicing there. Maybe you can see them. It says here juicing 36%. Oh, I really hope it's cold. Oranges from Australia. Interesting. These are the cool things about Singapore. It's like a really modern city, and like you saw with the tap your card at the train station, it's all cashless. Okay, I see. Oh wow, seal it for us. Pick it up maybe. Yeah. Okay, there we go. Ah, there we go.
Yay! It's cold at least. And I'm sweating. Ooh, they're worth $3.
Oh shit, that is good. Wow. That is really good. I was not expecting that. It tastes fresh. It also has like some pulp in it, so, and I don't think there's sugar added, but it's super sweet. In case you're wondering, this is what the money in Singapore looks like.
$40 each.
Yeah.
Okay, and you said it's 30 minutes.
I think so. It looks really slow, so I think it's about 30 minutes, one full circle.
And the aircon is for free, so
Yeah, anything to get out of this heat. One thing in Singapore is, yesterday at Universal Studios, we were like just running into the gift shops, not to buy anything, but just to like get some of the aircon. It's really hot. But I think this will be a nice way to see Singapore from high above, and you escaping the harsh midday heat. I must say, it's not too crowded. It is a Friday though, and it's not school holidays or anything, so it's not too crowded here. This is the Singapore Flyer. I think it's the second tallest or second biggest Ferris in the world. The only one bigger than it is the Al Ain in Dubai, of course. Everything in Dubai is bigger. So it's the size of 172 tennis courts, which is 33,000 square meters. It's pretty massive. And it weighs 180 tons. And it's 20 meters across. Wow, these capsules are really big. I didn't realize. Hello. Yes, two of us. Thank you. Hello.
be careful, I'll take it.
Thank you. Wow. These things are so massive. Wow, just look how big it is. And it's just the two of us in our one. Huh. That's awesome. It's really, really big. Wow.
I'm happy it's just the two of us.
Yeah, it's literally just the two of us in here.
It's not very busy today. We didn't have to wait in any lines, so that was nice.
So that's where we just were. The cloud forest and then the flower dome. And that's the super tree grove. I don't know if you can see in the background there's a cruise ship.
Ooh.
And that's the harbor back there. And if you can see down here, this is the Singapore F1. Can you see they're just clearing the advertising Singapore Airlines signs. So this capsule, it's only the two of us in here, but it can accommodate up to 28 people. So I think we're very lucky today to have it all to ourselves. It's an amazing way to see the city, 360 views of the city.
And like the bay that you can actually see,
Yeah,
like how the water goes around.
it's amazing. Like the harbor front is there. And then there's also an observation deck up there on Marina Bay Sands, but you have to pay to get up there. I'm not sure what the price is, but it's not cheap, and it's just a view. Whereas this, look at us, we got the whole capsule to ourselves. It's air conditioned and it's at your own leisure. You don't have to walk or do anything. So in my opinion, I would prefer to do this. Look at the skyline of Singapore. I don't know what your first impressions are of Singapore when you think about Singapore, but this is just breathtaking. It's so beautiful. It's such a modern and developed city, and looking at it from this vantage point like shows you exactly that. This is the waterfront area down there, and if I'm not mistaken, this is Marina Bay Sands, the shops at Marina Bay Sands. That's the hotel and the casino.
That was really amazing. We love skyline. We love doing skyline activities. So like, it was really beautiful to see the whole city in a 360 view.
It was awesome, and we had the whole pod to ourselves.
That
was normally
the best
28
part.
people in a pod, and it was just the two of us, and we had the whole, I think it was about half an hour to ourselves, air conditioned, with stunning views of the Singapore skyline. So Singapore Flyer, I would say it's a must do. Today we're doing all the touristy things you'd noticed, and I think it's touristy for a reason, because it's good and people love it, and it's a nice way to see the city. So I think now we are going to head to the Art and Science Museum, something like that, but I will catch you there. So I wanted to tell you guys about connectivity in Singapore. To be honest, most of the public spaces and tourist areas have free Wi-Fi. So if you're comfortable with connecting to public Wi-Fi, then that's cool. But also if you want a SIM, I noticed that the eSIMs were about 20 to 50 Singapore dollars for unlimited data. But I normally go for an eSIM just so because it's easier. But I actually found on Klook, and this is not sponsored, 100 gigabytes of data for 7 days for only $12. So that was quite a steal, and it seems like the connectivity is good. So on connectivity, one good reason to have a SIM card or to have connectivity is that it's so easy just using Google Maps and just putting in where you want to go, and it will tell you how to get there and how long it's going to take you. And also for the MRT, it tells you exactly which stations to take and which stations to get off at. So if you are in Singapore, it's pretty easy to get around, but I would still say that get a SIM card and stay connected, because it would make everything much easier and you have less chance of getting lost. So I believe we are heading now to the Helix Bridge, but this looks like some sort of exhibit. I think it says, oh, Youth Olympic Park. That's what it says. And as you come over here, you can see an amazing view of the, I think it's the waterfront or marina, I don't know what you call it. And that is the Art Science Museum, and obviously the iconic Marina Bay Sands. We're gonna head to there now. And this in front of us is the Helix Bridge.
The Helix Bridge is inspired by the structure of DNA. So you can see as it goes round. It's actually quite a cool design.
Wow, this is such a pretty walk. So if you're heading to the Singapore Flyer, then just walk down the road and then head onto the Helix Bridge. I would strongly suggest that you walk across this bridge, because look at these views that you're getting. And I always say, as hot as it is, the best way to see any city is to walk. You just miss stuff in the taxi, or you're looking at your phone, or you're looking at the pictures that you've just taken. But when you walk, you don't miss things like this. These covered walkways, like, it doesn't look like much, but I promise you, you can feel the difference when you're walking under this and in the direct sunlight. Especially if you're like Lauren and you're just burned to a crisp.
First impressions of Singapore, like, wow, what a city. We've been to Bangkok and we actually thought that was quite amazing, but this almost feels like one notch up.
Definitely. Yeah,
everything is like spotlessly clean.
I mean, just look at this in front of us. Like, it's a public walkway which is outdoor, and it's spotless, absolutely spotless.
Yeah, the trees, we mentioned trees and the plants everywhere, just like really adds to the beauty of the city. I find Asian people to be very respectful. Like, we've never had one person push on us in a queue. They're aware of their personal space, polite, especially in the hotels, restaurants, like retail stores. It's like they want to serve you and it's their pleasure to do so. So I always find that like an amazing experience.
Yeah.
You almost can't complain about anything because there's nothing to complain about.
The people are just very warm, very soft-natured.
Yes.
And very welcoming. I mean, yesterday on the way home from Sentosa, we had such an amazing taxi driver. He gave us tips of things to try and places to visit, and that was quite amazing. So our first impression so far is Singapore is really hot. It's quite expensive, especially the touristy things, and things in the tourist areas are quite expensive, but absolutely clean. People are amazing. And I must say, it's quite safe. You don't feel like you should watch your belongings or watch your back anywhere, which is really good. There's an immense sense of safety. Just really pristine, really modern, well kept. Yes, very cosmopolitan. Most people speak English, a lot of Chinese speaking people as well, or Mandarin. Sorry, I don't think Chinese is the language, but very cosmopolitan. You won't go anywhere where a person or a person from there doesn't speak English. And as you can see, it's just a very chill vibe. People just doing their own thing, minding their own business. People,
lots of families out.
Yes.
It is actually a family city as well.
yeah. So we are now at the promenade, I think, and this is the Art Science Museum behind us. So I think we're gonna see if we can head in there.
Hey guys!
We have decided to split our first impressions of Singapore into 2 parts, as we did a lot on this day and we want to show you the whole experience.
So check out our next video for part 2, where we explore the amazing and interactive Art Science Museum. You must see this.
That's the best part
Okay,
of
the Art Science Museum paid for itself.
Taking off. We then explored the Marina Bay area with its breathtaking views, state-of-the-art shopping center and food courts.
Then onto the famous Merlion, and we head to view the incredible Super Tree Light Show, which was out of this world.
We finished off the evening at a famous hawker center to try our first ever chicken rice.
Along the way, we share with you our first impressions of the city and some tips before coming.
Singapore is amazing. If the city is not on your bucket list, put it on your bucket list.
So be sure to check out our next video for all that and much more.
We will see you in the next one.